right off the heels of Trayvon Martin and Eric Garner, and of course, numerous of other people being shot and killed. There's not much press to it, at least not on the internet. I mean, there's a lot talking about it, but not as attention given to it as should be. There in Cleveland, a few weeks back, this little boy was playing with a toy gun. These police officers drove up, and drew their guns, shot and killed a 12-year-old boy in cold blood. Alex Jones and him had blew the whistle and clearly made a statement based on what they heard from an instructor out at an Arizona Police Academy. And the instructor resigned because he told the people that what y'all are teaching is a shoot first doctrine. And it couldn't be any more crystal clear than what it is today because, as a little boy growing up, I'm talking about me growing up, we had BB guns, pellet guns. We walked around openly in the neighborhoods, in the cities, carrying these things all over the place, shooting rabbits, shooting squirrels. And I'm talking about in the city, just on the outskirts of the city. We did this. You see little children playing with toy water guns and carry on and stuff. And it was not all this fear that we see today with these police officers. And I tell you, they are teaching these police officers to shoot you if their life is in what they call a threat. And they all have the same story. It looked like a gun to me. Professional now, supposedly to be professional. And when it's constantly in this country, and I'm being truthful, I'm not going to spin it like Bill O'Reilly, that double-tongued serpent, and act like that I'm interested in truth when the truth is I'm nothing but a racist liar. That's Bill O'Reilly. Because I seen him on with Tavis Smiley the other day, and I said, look at this serpent, look at this snake right here. And he tried to throw out some statistics, and I was like, man, I wish I was on that show. I'd rip his rear end apart because he probably try to go to a break and everything else. You understand what I mean? But it's obvious that there is something spiritually going on in this country. Now, I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, that they are doing whatever they can to start a race war, and they're going to use their authority to do it. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts. And it's just a very, very sad day to see that mother have to get up behind that camera. Power corrupts, absolutely, excuse me. And to have to talk to the people like that, not only to be taught, treated like a piece of trash. Mind you, her daughter's in the back of a police car. Her son just got finished, 12 years old, getting murdered in cold blood, playing in the neighborhood. And they were talking about we need an investigation. Now, you think about this for a second. They don't ever want us to rush to judgment when it's one of them in the government that is killing and murdering, raping, robbing the people. And you ought to see how the news media does. But as soon as someone defends himself against the tyranny of this system, let's say if a police gets shot, all of a sudden they cop killers and we can't stand for this and stuff, and they automatically throw judge, jury, and execution at the people. I tell you, it's just utterly amazing what is going on in this country. It really truly is. And the people, confidence is all but eroded, and there will be a war, a civil war in this country. It's because the powers that be are pushing for it. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I sense what's getting ready to take place. I sense that a lot of people are going to start dying on both sides. A lot of people are going to start dying because when you are in an economic situation, an economic depression where there's literally no hope and people have nothing to lose, what do? They lose it. And when there's no justice in the land, and tyranny is reigning, what do people do? They're going to defend themselves against all enemies, foreign and domestics. And people are not buying the lies of these pacifiers and collaborators, preachers and politicians no more. The president, ain't nobody listening to him no more. They all know that it's a dog and pony show. He's not no president. He's just a figurehead. We all understand that. But I would like for people to put themselves in the shoes of this mother. To me, even if it was the police pulled up and they shot a white child playing with a gun, I still will have the same anger, because I know that this is about a system of corruption. But it just so happened to be the majority still oppressing the minority. And when you're in the majority, it's hard for people who have been in the majority and have had privilege all their lives to understand the plight and the condition of people who've been in indentured servitude. Literally indentured servitude. And the indigenous people of this land have no voice whatsoever at all. But it's a sad, sad situation in this country to see so many deaths taking place, unwarranted. Simply because it is true. Like I've always stated, something is going on. These days they're teaching these cops something in these academies that they're not sharing with us. But then I knew it was a shoot first, because you could just pay attention to function, what they're doing. And then when you get out here and see what's actually taking place, boy, kind of like on a picnic pavilion stuff. It looks like in a park setting or something like that, or in a neighborhood. He's running around, the cops pull up, just 12 years old. And of course, the cops are on administrative leave, but go ahead and throw the word paid administrative leave in there. Our system is broke. It needs a serious reset. And it's going to take the people rising up in order to get that done.